Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Note to Self. Today's episode is how to actually feel more beautiful. I wanted to create this episode because for a long time, I fell into a pattern I know so many of us know intimately, and that is I would scroll through social media, see someone glowing, polished, put together, and I'd feel this subtle pull that maybe what I needed to feel that way was a new product, new makeup, new clothes, for example, or new skincare, something external that essentially promised a feeling. And sometimes those things were fun or beautiful or inspiring, trying out new products or saving up money to buy something intentional for myself. But the truth is, the feeling never lasted because what I was really craving wasn't the thing itself, it was the energy behind it. It was the presence, the self-devotion, the way that that person seemed at home in themselves. So over time, I realized something that changed everything for me. And that is that feeling beautiful has very little to do with what you buy and everything to do with how you relate to yourself. Beauty isn't a product, it's an energetic state. Everything is energy, and that's what this episode is really about today. So let's talk about what actually shifts how beautiful you feel from the inside out. The first truth is beauty responds to attention. When you rush through life, when you ignore your body, or when you move through your days in survival mode, your energy naturally is in a contraction. And when you slow down and when you notice yourself, something softens. So ask yourself, do I take time with myself or do I rush through myself? Am I present with my life as it's unfolding, or do I consistently feel a bit of hypervigilance in my system, a little go, go, go energy? Because a goddess doesn't rush her body, and a queen doesn't abandon herself to get things done. This is very important. A simple mantra that I like to say to myself when I notice that I'm starting to speed up or feel like I'm in a rush is I have all the time in the world, right? There is no rush. That rush itself is an illusion. Of course, we might have to get to work or get to an appointment or something like that, but I'm meaning in those quiet moments with yourself. There's no rush. There's no place to be. And intentionally create those moments for yourself where you give yourself that type of spaciousness. Wake up early enough in the morning to move through your routines at a steady pace that's enjoyable to you without feeling like you're flying by the seat of your pants. So feeling more beautiful often starts with this very simple thing that is time. Time to get ready without pressure. Time to touch your skin with care. Time to move your body intentionally. Not because you're fixing something, but because you're honoring something. Honor is a very powerful energy, especially when we direct that to our bodies. And the second truth is that beauty lives in how you move through your day. How you wake up matters. How you speak to yourself matters. How you transition between moments matters. A queen doesn't stumble through her day unconsciously. She moves with intention. A queen moves and the world moves around her. It's a very powerful energy to begin to practice embodying, is that if you are true to yourself, right, good-hearted, full of love, the world moves around you. And it doesn't mean perfection in that. It just means presence, full presence with the self. Some ways to actively try this is to make your bed slowly, intentionally each morning. Is to drink your morning coffee or tea seated, not standing, creating a bit more of a ritual around it. Walk as if you have nowhere to rush to. And let yourself take up space. Breathe that in, right? You're allowed to take up space. You're allowed to relax. You're allowed to release the tension in your shoulders, in your back, in your legs, and just exhale in life. Because your nervous system registers this as safety and worth. The third truth is that beauty is created through self-devotion. So, how does a goddess celebrate herself? She tends to her body like it's a sacred space. She adorns herself for herself. She treats rest as productive, and she listens to her inner rhythms. And this is something I'll admit that I'm continuously practicing. I continuously find myself catching myself speeding up through life a little bit, right? Getting excited about something and then moving at a faster speed, when really I can slow down, honor my rest, and understand that that is actually what moves me forward in life towards the things that I desire much more quickly. Ways to adorn yourself. I think that this one's really fun and it's really easy. Is when you put together your outfit for the day, how would you like to adorn your temple, right? What colors, what textures would you like that day? What type of jewelry would you like to put on? What are your earrings going to look like? It's taking that extra moment instead of just tossing on the same things and inviting that to be a moment of creative celebration of the self. So other things that this can look like is treating skincare as a ritual, not a chore. And one of the keys I found with this one is to give yourself enough time to do your skincare, let's say in the morning or the evening specifically, when you're not too tired. I find that the closer I get to my bedtime, the less energy I have to practice doing my skincare in that ritualistic state versus a chore. So give yourself spaciousness and be intentional about the things that you do. Other examples are lighting a candle. Let's say when you are getting ready, when you're doing your makeup, or light a candle at your desk at work if that's accessible to you. Make sure it's safe, of course. Or listening to music that opens your heart, right? Understanding that you are the main character. Put on some tunes, right? Get the vibe flowing for yourself. And just remember that beauty grows where care lives. So anytime that you're caring for yourself, that's beautiful. You're nurturing yourself. You're nourishing yourself. So the fourth truth is that feeling beautiful has very little to do with how you look and everything to do with how regulated you feel. Of course, naturally, when we get all dolled up, we feel beautiful. Or maybe when we recognize that our skin is glowing, we feel beautiful. But what I mean is like really feeling embodied in beauty has everything to do with how your nervous system feels. When you're anxious, overwhelmed, or disconnected, it's almost impossible to feel beautiful. One, because your attention is totally somewhere else, scattered all over the place. And you may notice that when your nervous system is calm, your natural radiance comes online, right? And think about people in your life, right? Think about someone who you might call radiant. Most likely, they're not like rushing through their lives, like flying by the seat of their pants. They actually just have embodied this sense of calm and peace and trust overall, right? It's all energy. So instead of asking yourself, how do I look? You can begin to ask yourself questions like, am I rested? Am I nourished? Am I present in my body? And answer these and take action to support that, because that's going to allow you to feel regulated just naturally, right? Not something that you have to work towards. If you have a good night's sleep, you're naturally going to feel regulated. If you're nourished with healthy foods and water, you're naturally going to feel regulated. And of course, if you're present in your body, you're most likely feeling very regulated. So regulation is key. Regulation is beauty. And the fifth truth is that confidence is quiet. A queen doesn't need to prove herself. A goddess doesn't seek permission. She knows who she is, and she moves from that knowing. Confidence isn't loud, it's grounded. And I think we all know that. We know what a person embodied in confidence, what it feels like to be in their energy. And it feels very peaceful, it feels very inspiring, and it feels very safe. So how do we get this grounded confidence? So it's the way you make decisions. It's the boundaries you keep. It's the way you speak without over-explaining. It's trusting yourself. Because when you trust yourself, your energy changes and people feel it. And beauty deepens when you choose yourself consistently. Not once, not for a photo shoot, not for anybody else, but every day in small ways. So this is your sign, your message to put efforts into your mornings for you. Create rituals that you look forward to, that you're excited to get out of bed for. Treat your body like it belongs to someone precious, because it does. It is your temple. It is the one thing that you are given. If you're ready to take this work deeper, to not just think differently about yourself, but to embody confidence, radiance, and self-trust at an energetic level, this is exactly the work I do with my clients inside of my core energy coaching containers. So in my personalized coaching programs, we look at how your energy operates under stress, how you unconsciously abandon or maybe overextending yourself, and how to shift into grounded leadership, emotional regulation, and embodied confidence. So this isn't just surface level self-love. This is deep, sustainable self-leadership, energetic leadership. If you're ready to move through your life with more presence, magnetism, and ease, not by performing confidence, but by living from it, you can check out the link down below in the show notes. And remember, you don't become beautiful by doing more. You feel more beautiful when you finally come home to yourself. So trust that. I hope that this episode inspired you. And if it did, please feel free to reach out, send me a DM on Instagram. And as always, I'm in Toronto now, so you're welcome to come work with me in person. I hold Kambo circle ceremonies about twice a month these days. So looking forward to meeting more of you and sending you so much love.